Once you have money, life is different. Your choices expand, and so do your friends. The Financial Factory is very, very good at finding people that have money, and they want to help you solve a problem that unfortunately you just don't have. People with money have the ability to live the rest of their life without earning another dollar of income from either investments or employment earnings forever. That is the definition of independence. But it's unfortunate how hard it is to keep money. There isn't a universe that exists out there to keep you wealthy only to help you spend your wealth. And the people that are successful long-term understand what's important to them, they know what makes them happy, and anything that doesn't fit with those two things they ignore. In the book I use the term Financial Factory to describe Wall Street, stockbrokers, financial advisors, pretty much the entire financial planning industry as we've come to know it. So what do I mean by the Financial Factory? Well, I borrow it because a factory allows for products to be produced in a very efficient manner, but the unfortunate thing is every single product is exactly the same. The advice that's coming out, the ideas that are being told to everybody are all exactly the same, but the problem is all of us are different. Some of us have an inflation risk, others don't. Some of us need growth from the stock market, others don't. Some of us need income, others don't. So the Financial Factory template approach to financial planning is toxic to somebody with wealth. I've had several people walk in my doors that sold their company or got divorced and walked away with a very sizable chunk of money. And the unfortunate end of our conversation is now they have to go find a job because the money that should have lasted them forever didn't. And it's partly the fault of the people that were advising them, but it was also the fault of the person taking the advice, because we are all in charge of our own destiny. And if we make a bad decision by listening to somebody else, then we're the ones that suffer the consequences of those decisions, not the person that gave you the bad advice. When you have wealth, there's no reason to never have it again. Financial suicides are preventable. It just takes a different approach, a different style, one that focuses on you and the things that are most important to you and your family. It focuses on the resources around you, the things that you control, the leverage points in your life. It focuses on the risks, the things that can sink the ship. Some are known, but many aren't. You can think about the oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. That was probably not on anybody's radar screen that you would lose the rental income on your Panama City beach house for an entire year because of an event that was outside of your control and outside of your ability to react to. But these are easy events to simulate in theory. In a sense, all we have to do is what happens if that cash flow disappears? How are you going to react? What will you do? This is the most important piece of good financial planning, intense scenario planning. Almost like a financial flight simulator. Pilots go on a flight simulator not because they're piloting for smooth skies. Anybody can hold a joystick from New York to Los Angeles on a blue sky, but what about thunderstorms? What happens if you lose an engine? What happens if the hydraulics go out on the plane? How would you react? Flight simulators do that for pilots because they have to practice in advance for failure in order to avoid or manage it when it happens, because the one thing I can promise you is it will find all of us, and we won't be able to predict where it comes from.